Hi, I'm Sarah. Welcome back to my channel where I talk about my journey to sustainable health and meaningful success. If you're coming back and you've already subscribed, welcome back. Y'all are my people and I love you so much. And if you're new, I hope you'll consider subscribing by the end of this video. This is part 2 of the 8 paradigm shifts that I have made through my health coaching and just my own health journey. And I am excited to share the last 4 paradigms with you. Last week we talked about that one size does not necessarily fits all. What's healthy for you is not necessarily healthy for me. Diets aren't necessarily useful as dogma, but they can be useful as a reference, and that our bodies are the best way of experimenting. It's the easiest and most effective way to actually decide and determine what is best for you is to listen to your own body. So these last 4 are going to dive even deeper into that. This is from my Health Coaching Institute school, and these 8 paradigms are what I'm referencing, but everything that I add to that is obviously my own experience. And I'm not currently certified, so please know to talk to your healthcare professional, your doctor, anybody that's like qualified and certified in order to actually like determine a course of action for you. Don't take my word for it, please. This is just my experience. And I'm pretty well informed, but let's just manage our expectations here. Also, I'm filming this the same day that I filmed part 1, but I'm just gonna speak in faith. Thank you so much for 400 subscribers. I feel incredible that this is growing so much, and that you guys have really just been so encouraging with all of the ups and downs of my weight loss journey, but not only that, but just my whole life this year has been such a roller coaster and has been such a journey from recovering where I started a year ago. So if you're new, check out my my life update. That was where I started, and I have progressed so much from that point. So super excited. Also, preemptively, I'm just going to thank you so much for everybody who reached out to me via Instagram or email for my initial phone call practice. I have to have 8 conversations in order to get certified. So I just wanted to thank you so much. I really look forward to practicing with you guys. Obviously, since I'm not certified and since this is a requirement for me to get certified, it's not necessarily going to be the prettiest conversation, but it's going to be, I think, really beneficial for you. And it's just going to kind of boost you to the next level of your own health journey, but also it's helping me get certified. So it's like win-win. Plus, it's no cost to you. It's just an hour of conversation with yours truly. And I think I'm delightful. So anyway, thank you guys so much. Let's get into it. The 5th paradigm shift that I had to make was that your diet changes as you change. And I think that that is true for everybody. Whether it is your metabolism changing by losing weight or gaining weight, aging, all of the different life cycles that we go through, our metabolism changes, our fitness goals change. If you're going to lose weight or you're gaining muscle, your diet is going to change as your fitness goals change. Your diet's going to change depending on what life stage you're in, whether you're pregnant or breastfeeding or going through menopause. All of these different life stages proves that your diet is going to change as you change. Not to mention the fact that your lifestyle in general, like a change of career, your family dynamics, like cooking for a whole family versus cooking for one, and like the family dynamics change as you change. Your location even, like your local food sources could change. So your diet is going to change as you change. And that is so fine and so okay and really fun to know that you're not necessarily going to be stuck in one way of eating forever, because you're going to change and your diet's going to change. And that is okay. The 6th paradigm shift that I needed to make to stop yo-yo dieting and to just get out of that rut and actually start losing weight was that your relationship with food and your body impacts your health more powerfully than the food you eat. Let me say that again, a little louder for those in the back, that your relationship with food and your body impacts your health more powerfully than the food you eat. The food you eat and how you nourish yourself is definitely very key to your health. However, it is a lot of mental strategy in order to actually, it's a lot of it is all in your mind when it comes to losing weight. I think it takes a longer time for our minds, like for us to recover mentally from a cheat day than it takes our bodies. Our bodies burn through calories, get rid of waste, all of that much faster than our own minds adapt to, oh, I ate something that wasn't on the plan and now I need to restrict, and now, oh, I'm restricting too much and I'm just so stressed, so I'm gonna binge. And it's like such a mental game that our relationships with food and with our bodies in general can be more impactful to our general health than the actual food itself. Not only that, but stress is the most detrimental thing to our health. It can be caused by obsessing over food, strained relationships that are often impacted by food or food situations, self-hatred over habits or body composition, internal dialogue in general. Stress affects our bodies so much. I touched on that a lot within the last health update that I did, the July health update, because my body holds on to stress like crazy. Not to mention the fact that, like I mentioned in the last video, I'm like the poster child for autoimmune disease. I have a lot of them. And so stress just exacerbates every symptom. It holds on to food. It doesn't, like, I don't get good sleep when I'm stressed, and I'm stressed when I don't get good sleep. It can be a lot. So the relationship with food, the relationship to our bodies, can be so much more impactful to our health than the actual food that we eat. I mean, the food we eat obviously is important, but let's just not get it twisted, okay? There's so much more to it than just taking a bite. The seventh paradigm shift that I needed to make was that every symptom, craving, or behavior around food has a positive intention. Therefore, symptoms, cravings, or behaviors are not the problem. They are the best solution you have come up with so far. I love this because it makes me feel so much more loving toward my body, so much more, like I have so much more self-compassion and self-love when I know that every single signal that my body is saying, if my skin is breaking out, if I'm craving chocolate, if I'm, binging after a long, hard, emotional day, this is my body communicating to me that it needs something. And what I have responded with is just the best solution that my body has come up with so far. I've often used the example of like magnesium and chocolate because I crave chocolate a lot. Actually, I don't crave chocolate as much because I've increased grapes in my life. That's just a simple, like, off the top of my head example, is that grapes has the same nutrient that chocolate often has. So I'm more inclined to eat grapes than chocolate now, because if my body is craving chocolate, I know that it's craving something that grapes can provide as well. And that's not like a defined science. I just have learned different like substitutes for foods that, like, if I'm craving fatty or salty foods, that there's different things that I could be feeding my body that's a better solution to the problem that my body is bringing attention to. And the fact that my body is bringing attention to that problem in and of itself is a good thing. Our bodies are designed for our survival. They're trying to help us. So it sends hunger or craving signals in response to blood sugar cycles or malnutrition. Like when I was only eating carbohydrates and I didn't even really break down the macronutrient ratios that I was eating. And literally, if you went through my diet that day, and this was back when I was like 350 pounds, I only ate carbohydrates. Like I had 0 healthy fats in my diet and minimal protein. Minimal. Like I think I had 1 protein bar, which is like a lot of carbohydrates in addition to that. But like I didn't have any whole foods and I was just eating carbs all day. And of course, my body was always hungry, even though I was eating a lot of calories. So, you know, my body is sending me a signal that I'm malnourished, and I just hadn't found the right solution to nourishing my body. But those cravings and those symptoms, those behaviors were all trying to help me. Our bodies store energy or fat when they're sensing starvation, and our nervous system shuts down digestion when we're feeling danger or stress. So literally, your body being stressed and shutting down your digestion system is supposed to be a defense mechanism. It's supposed to be a survival tactic of, we're stressed, let's shut down all of the unnecessary, like we can delay this function for later, and let's get away from the problem, let's get away from the immediate danger. But if your body is chronically stressed, it's affecting the way that you digest, it's affecting the way that you're breaking down the nutrients that you're giving yourself. So even if you're giving yourself all the right foods, stress could just be shutting down your body's natural ability to absorb those nutrients. So it seems overwhelming. And I understand. I really do understand. But just to accept the paradigm that your body is reacting in a way that is trying to help you, it completely shifts, for me, it completely shifted the concept of, I need to restrict my food, or my body hates me because my body is so fat, or I hate my body because of blah, blah, blah. And oh my gosh, just to know that your body is like your best friend. I don't know, maybe I'm just emotional about that, but that's how I feel. And just knowing that those are actually trying to help you can kind of give you a better idea that, okay, I need to listen to this. I need to listen to the fact that my body craves chocolate. Like I can't get chocolate out of my mind. And it's not just a mental thing. My body actually needs what I have, found the best solution is chocolate. What other solution can I find that might be more nourishing to my body, but also like satisfying that craving? Or my body is breaking out in eczema, like so bad, but it's not because my body hates me or because I've been cursed with a genetic autoimmune disease, which, I mean, I have, but but my body is clearly trying to tell me that something that I'm eating or something in the environment that I'm in is really aggravating my body. And that is causing stress, and that's causing a whole other set of things. So I need to figure out what is causing this and find a better solution. So that's a dynamic, it's a paradigm shift that completely gets the focus off of hating your body and actually trying to listen to your body. And that brings us to the 8th paradigm shift that I needed to make in order to stop yo-yo dieting. And that is that nourishment is about much more than just food. Living with healthy, life-giving relationships, developing peaceful habits that decrease stress, like sleep and eating with mindfulness, enriching our lives with vitamins O and N, oxygen and nature, and loving and accepting yourself and the one body that you get to experience life in, and being authentically united with a higher cause, calling, or being. So like your spiritual health, basically. All of these decrease stress, allowing better digestion and nutrient absorption without changing a single thing you eat. So when it comes down to it, like when push comes to shove, sometimes our body and losing weight can be achieved without even changing the food that we eat, because it's an all-encompassing lifestyle change. It's actually discovering what's healthy for your body, and that's so much more than just food. I hope that these 8 paradigm shifts has just encouraged you to know that there's so much more to the solution for your body specifically that won't be found in a diet book. It's not going to be found in a particular program, and no one knows your body better than you. We can use certain diets to, give us resources, educate us, and, give us guidelines and structure on how we can try to find what's best for our body. But our bodies are its own unique thing, and we get to, it's like a constant dialogue. It's a constant finding out where in your current life stage, with your current metabolism, with your current fitness goals, with your genetics and everything that adds up to your whole being, that's the kind of approach that I think people ought to take with regards to the food that they eat and the expectations for their bodies and the hopes to lose weight. It's why I'm excited to become a health coach. It's why I'm excited in documenting my own health journey, because I know that it's more than just calorie counting. Your weight is more than just calories. Your worth is way more than your weight. I mean, your weight doesn't even factor into how worthy of a human being you are. So let's just state that. Probably should have stated that in the beginning, but you are a beautifully and uniquely designed human being, and you have your own set of what is going to be healthiest for you. It's exciting because with that paradigm shift, with knowing that it's a whole journey, it's an experimentation lab, it's not necessarily going to look like your friend or even your relatives who are like blood related. It's going to look different as you age. It's going to look different as your life either expands or kind of constricts a little bit. When you're cooking for one versus cooking for a whole family, it's just going to be different. It's going to change. And to let go of the expectation that you just haven't found the one program or the one doctor that can finally tell you the answers, but to also know that those answers are within you. Your body's already sending you the signals, already sending you the cravings and the behaviors and the symptoms even of things that your body is clearly trying to communicate, and you actually have the power to find the answers for yourself. And that does not have to come with a restrictive diet. In fact, sometimes it doesn't even come with a change of diet at all. Sometimes it just comes with peace and addressing certain areas of our lives that might be adding to stress or detracting from enjoying fully with mindfulness the food that we do eat. I think just shifting your perspective on diet and nutrition and how that relates to you as a specific person with specific needs is incredibly empowering. And I hope that that's how you feel. If you have further questions or have topics that you'd like me to address, please drop them in the comments below. I read every single comment if I'm notified by the YouTube app. So I'm like obsessed with you guys. So just drop it in the comment below. If I can't answer it in the comments, maybe I'll consider doing a video on it, and we're all just growing and shrinking together. Okay, bye.